Hello everyone, this is LiamsSquared with an episode of Feed the Beast Minecraft. And this episode's going to be based around mining operations and stuff. And just like to apologize because it's been probably about 10 days actually since the last video went up. Been planning on doing some Warframe, but schedules haven't been working out together. And we've both been pretty busy. And then Minecraft, well, I wasn't gonna put up a video just because the last one was Minecraft, but we're at the point where we should probably get one out, even if it's the same type of thing. Couple changes here. This is kind of automated now. That was taken from like the XP farm of angry zombies. So brains just go into recyclers, scrap go up around into this barrel. When the inventory is empty, it sends a red pipe signal. Red pipe goes up to here. When this gets a red pipe signal, energy pulses. So I can show you that. If I pull that out, then it will start to pulse. There's the red pipe signal. And there it goes. And it fills it with about 28 scrap. So it's never full, but it's really not a big deal if it takes like 5 seconds before it gets scrap again. Other things, new mod made it just more of a pain to build certain things, like added new machines that you need. So thanks, Craig Tech. We'll head over to the quarry because I think last time I showed you the quarry it was not working. Well, it was working, but it was just a 9x9. Got that figured out, and now maybe you'll get a peek through. Oh, no. Sometimes the world just doesn't load and you can see through it. Yeah. No, nope, let me in. Okay. So this is what's been dug out so far. I haven't moved the quarry in quite a while. When I do, I plan to make it a lot, like you can see each of these was a chunk, like in between these little things, and then I just kind of step it up, so it's just kind of keeps going that direction. When I do, I'd like to make it quite a bit bigger and set up an automation. Like for all that, it was filling. Come on, let me through. It's just been filling up these barrels. That's just gravel. And I've already moved a bunch of the stuff, but it would all go into there, and then I'd have to move it by hand. So from this point on, though, I'd like to put it into ender chests, and then those will go into my base, and underneath the main floor of my base I'll have it all automated and hopefully processing everything. Yeah, so, but that's not going to be this episode. This episode is going to be Charlie's mining machine, which is where he gets all his stuff, and he has a lot of stuff, so I thought you might be interested in knowing how he gets it. And so we're going to jump over there. Yeah, now seems like as good a time as any. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so now you know how that works. Hope you found that interesting. I figure I'll show you one more thing just before I go. This is my base, if you didn't know. And the way it's going to work is this is going to be like the main machine room. So along here there's going to be all like the multi-block machines like blast furnace, implosion compressor, all that stuff. Industrial grinder. And then this is going to be where I store like all my processed like ingots and gems and everything, and that's still undecided. And the way it's going to work, let's replace that. Good. It's going to come, the stuff from the quarry is going to go directly into this chest, and it's going to get sorted everywhere into different machines, and then stuff from red is probably just going to be recycled into scrap. And I have a plan for that, which won't be revealed quite yet, but that'll probably be on this side. So yeah, that's next episode. If all goes according to plan, I'll be working on like macerators and furnaces and actually getting this up and running so that I can turn on the quarry and have it running just whenever. So that's about all that's changed. Oh, and bees. There's lots of flowers everywhere. I've just been slowly getting into bees, getting like pollen and raw jelly, which you need for something, and just honeycombs, because why not? But yeah, so next episode should be working on the house. I figure I should probably end up using it soon, because as of now, as you can see, this is just a mess. This is really bad, and I need to change this because it's something. The beautiful nether rack and everything. It's very professional. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so we're at the mining machine, and this is it. I don't know, how does it work?
Okay, so first, it's been running for a while. So like, if you look at our x coordinate, we're at 13,000 out, almost
Yeah.
14. Basically, let's try and dig out a little bit.
Okay.
So you can't really see it. If there was a cave, it would be better. But if you stand in here, you can see block breakers in front of these frames.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So these block breakers are going to get a redstone signal from these frame tubes. So these are redstone frame tubes.
Okay.
And it's just a huge wall. And it's redstone frame tubes make a redstone signal to infinity. They don't have a limit. So you can make this as big, as fat as you want. So all those frame tubes are going to give it a redstone signal off this timer we're standing on. Every, what do I have it on? Every minute.
You want
It's gonna, yeah, sure. I'll flick it and explain. So in a minute it'll go, but so it's gonna send a signal to that whole wall and tell it to destroy the blocks, and at the same time it's gonna send a signal to this frame motor here, this first one.
This green thing?
Yep, and it's gonna move the frame behind it forward. So it's going to stay in place because there's a cover below, and what covers do is prevents blocks attached to them from moving with the attached frame. So it's going to move the whole thing forward except for that frame motor. And then this repeater here that's also attached to the timer,
I'm in your face,
on a slight delay, is going to send a signal through this cobblestone red alloy. Keep falling. Through the, what are they called?
they're cables. They're wires, basically.
Yeah, so it's going to go to the next frame motor, and it's going to move the first one forward. So you saw it all happen there.
Oh,
so all the blocks got broken, and it all got moved
coming
forward.
in again.
That's all right. So all the items need a place to go, or else it'll just jam the whole machine. They all flow into this ender chest, which I have hooked up to a sorting machine elsewhere, like way far away. That's beauty ender chests, or else I'd have to make a pipe 13,000 blocks long. The chunk loader keeps it all chunk loaded. The problem I ran into is finding a way to power the frame motors. So there's a couple different ways to make bluetricity to power them, like solar panels and thermopiles, but it's tricky to attach it all to this machine. It would just make it very bulky. So there's just a bunch of solar panels charging batteries back at my base, and this retriever filter system, it's been done before, just pulls empty batteries out, charges them, puts them back into the chest, and then this is pulling them into a bat box, which you might be able to see, or a battery box, and just keeping that charged, which powers the frame motors. This timer can be on any interval back here. It's just activating the retriever and filter, keeping batteries constantly going. The reason there's all these crazy cobblestone covers and frames everywhere is because everything on the structure has to be attached to a frame, or else it won't move. These frames allow the whole structure to sort of move in space. So if a block is not attached and it's in the way, it's just going to prevent the whole machine from moving forward.
What are these things up here doing?
So this is another problem I ran into. Like I was just getting to. So if a block falls down, like sand or gravel, they're both affected by gravity. They may not necessarily land in a place where it's going to be attached to a frame. So the problem I was having is sand would fall on the machine and it would just clog the whole machine. It would get stuck. It would be trying to break blocks. They couldn't be pumped out because it couldn't get rid of them, and the whole thing would just get stuck.
Sounds like an umbrella.
So yeah, it's basically just. I mean, it works. There's probably a better way to do it, but I just covered it, and there's covers on top so the blocks don't attach to it. Like we could put any number of blocks up here,
Yeah.
and they're never gonna stick. And it's the same thing with all the back of this and all the front, because another problem I was having is when lava meets water, it would make cobblestone, and then it would clog up the machine too. So,
Oh my God.
that's pretty much it.
And then it puts it all into your ender chest and then gets sorted at your base and stuff.
Yeah.
There it goes again.
So,
How many do you know how many blocks it breaks at once?
oh wow, it's like 450 something. I don't want to even count. It's like, so this is 44. This is 9. Over here's
So like 44 times 9.
no,
Whoa.
it's 44
Frames.
months. 35 times 7. Something like that.
It's a lot of blocks.
Might not be perfect. It's a lot.
Okay, I can deal with that answer.
So it's been going forever, basically. As long as I have this wireless receiver hooked back up. Oh, it's backwards. It'll
There it goes again.
it's just gonna go forever. And I have because it's chunk loaded, I can use wireless redstone and just have it controlled from thousands of blocks away. So if I mean, you want to see where it all goes? I don't know.
Sure. We will. Won't be. Oh yeah, I guess you have a portal now, don't you?
Yeah.
That's handy.
We
And
don't
it's
even
ran-
have to fly 14,000.
Yeah, and it crashes the server pretty frequently when he flies that fast through the tunnel. It's bad news.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Oh, I'm back. Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
All right.
So if you're wondering where he got all his resources, that's where it's from.
So we go down here.
All right, just a second. Okay, we're back after a slight interruption for you and a day interruption for us. But that's okay.
Alright, so I think we left off at saying all the stuff gets sent back to my base getting sorted.
Mhm.
And so this is basically where the sorting happens. So everything comes into this ender chest. This is where all the items were coming into the tubes, from the block breakers. It all ends up in this chest. It goes into this sorting machine, which is set to auto pull out of the chest beside it a stack at a time. And it just sorts everything at the same time. So everything gets painted. Everything in this window either gets painted blue, and if it's not in this window, it gets painted black. So that basically allows me to add the second sorting machine on there. But first, we'll head over here. So everything that's blue, that's in that sorting machine, I want to keep, and it just heads up to this router, which is hooked up to all my barrels upstairs.
Which you will see in a moment.
So, and then everything painted black, which it doesn't appear in the sorting machine, so it's kind of like the default route for it to fall back on, ends up in this chest, which is hooked up to this sorting machine, which just allows me to hook up more things to the router, because the sorting machine only has so many things you can sort. So everything that's in the red columns, I'm voiding.
Oh.
So it does that by going through the red pipe here, hitting the filter, and then the filter just auto outputs it into the obsidian and void pipe.
Just spit it out. Why are you not getting any like cobble or anything?
Cause if we go upstairs,
Oh sure, let's just fly through your. Oh, is it filling?
I have 65,000 cobble in that one, 56 cobble in that one, 56,000. I mean, 5,000 in that. Just too much cobble to deal with.
No, but like why? Like none of your cobble's coming through.
Oh,
None of it's-
because this is hooked up to a quarry right now, not the mining machine. So the quarry's just auto voiding it at site, not here.
Oh, okay. I see.
So yeah, hang on. I can show you if I just grab a piece of cobble.
Oh, okay.
I'll stick it in the main chest even. It'll go in that
Oh,
chest,
look
get
at
auto
that.
pulled out, painted black, then painted red, and then it should get spat out.
Does stuff ever go up through there?
Yep. So the blue column in here,
Oh, okay, like the diamonds and
yeah.
fairies.
So it'll get, that's just allows me to add more blue stuff, and then the blue stuff just goes into the other side of the router. So everything that's not on that list, or both of the lists even, will get painted black again and over to these diamond chests. And this is where all the stuff that I don't want to void and I don't want to sort ends up.
So all your volcanoes that you fly through.
Yep,
Is that? It's
that's
only
all of it.
filling one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, the sorting machines are powered by the thermopiles back here because they require blue electric power. But I mean, other than that, that's the whole deal.
And these just take water and lava beside them and give you free power.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's really slow, but the sorting
okay.
machines don't take a lot of power.
Yeah.
And then this lever on the wall just turns on the mining machine.
Will it be a minute before anything comes in?
Yep, 1 minute is what the timer's set on.
Yeah, well, forget that. Okay, wait,
And
let me out.
yeah,
Let me out. Thank you. So let's admire things here. Got 6 stacks of diamonds. Where do you keep your diamonds?
I
'Cause
have a bunch more in
I know
here.
that's not all of them.
I have 16 blocks of diamonds
Yeah,
and 39 diamonds in that
there
chest.
they are. Yeah. Everyone else on the server is like out of lapis.
I got a lot of
He's got
lapis.
stacks of blocks.
I got 7,000 lapis over here.
Oh my
I
god.
think the most amazing thing is the iron. I love the
Yeah.
iron.
How much? 25,000. Or your Zycraft crystals. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Okay, well. that's that's something. Now we know how this came to be. How everything came. What is this?
It's a vacuum freezer.
Oh, look at you all fancy. Getting more machines. That's what you needed.
Not enough.
Never enough. Okay, anyway. Well, thanks for explaining.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye. Okay, so now you know how that works. Hope you found that interesting. I figure I'll show you one more thing just before I go. This is my base, if you didn't know. And the way it's gonna work is this is gonna be like the main machine room. So along here there's gonna be all like the multi-block machines like blast furnace, implosion compressor, all that stuff. Industrial grinder. And then this is gonna be where I store like all my processed like ingots and gems and everything, and that's still undecided. And the way it's going to work, let's replace that. Good. It's gonna come, the stuff from the quarry is gonna go directly into this chest, and it's going to get sorted everywhere into different machines, and then stuff from red is probably just gonna be recycled into scrap. And I have a plan for that, which won't be revealed quite yet, but that'll probably be on this side. So yeah, that's next episode. If all goes according to plan, I'll be working on like macerators and furnaces and actually getting this up and running so that I can turn on the quarry and have it running just whenever. So that's about all that's changed. Oh, and bees. There's lots of flowers everywhere. I've just been slowly getting into bees, getting like pollen and raw jelly, which you need for something, and just honeycombs, because why not? But yeah, so next episode should be working on the house. I figure I should probably end up using it soon, because as of now, as you can see, this is just a mess. This is really bad, and I need to change this because it's something. The beautiful nether rack and everything. It's very professional. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.